Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am starting a new series of lessons on quality management system based on ISO 9001-2015. This series of lessons is designed to help employees and organizational leaders to implement quality management system effectively in their organization. In short, the main purpose of this lesson is to simplify the implementation process of quality management system in the organization so that the company can obtain the maximum benefits out of the implementation of quality management system ISO 9001-2015. Thus, if you want to learn how QMS transform your organization and why ISO 9001-2015 is a game changer requirement or standard, I hope you are in the right place. Make sure to stay until the end of this session. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you never miss any updates. Let's get started. Introduction to QMS ISO 9001-2015. In this lesson, I will cover the following three objectives. The first one is to create understanding on the fundamental concepts of quality management system and its importance for the organization. And the second is to explain what does ISO standard and key aspects of ISO 9001-2015. The third objective is to mention some of the benefits of ISO certificate for the organization. Let's begin our discussion by defining what's quality management system. Quality management system is a formalized or structured system that documents process, procedures, and responsibilities for achieving quality policies and objectives. Quality management system is a framework that meets the requirements of various stakeholders or interested parties of the organization using the documented process and procedures consistently. We know that organization has different stakeholders or interested parties, which includes suppliers, society, government, creditors, shareholders, customers, owners, managers, employees, and so on. When we say stakeholders or interested party, we can generally categorize into internal stakeholders such as employees, managers, and owners, and external stakeholders such as suppliers, society, government, creditors, shareholders, and customers, which are found outside the organization. Thus, a company should meet the requirements of all these interested parties. Here, let me ask you one important question. Why a company needs to fulfill the requirements of these interested parties? Please put your answer in the comment box below, and I will see it later. Among the interested parties, if we take an example of employees need higher benefits and good working environments. If the firm cannot meet such requirements, employees might not be effective in achieving the organizational performance. If the firm cannot meet such requirements, employees may not be effective in achieving the organizational objectives or the organizational performance. On the other hand, a regulatory agency wants a company to respect or obey the rules and regulations set by the regulatory. Thus, a company should operate as per the rules and the regulations set by the regulatory agency. If we consider Ethiopian Electric Utility, its regulatory is Petroleum and Energy Authority. So the Ethiopian Electric Utility should operate as per the rules and regulations set by the Petroleum and Energy Authority. If we consider Ethio Telecom and Safaricom, which are telecom operators, so the Ethiopian Communication Authority is the regulatory agency. And if we consider all the banks found in Ethiopia, the National Bank of Ethiopia is the regulatory agency. So these companies should obey the rules and regulations set by their respective regulatory agencies. If this company violates the rules, they will be liable to penalty. As per the level of the illegal acts of the firm, the regulatory agency even may cancel or may pend the license of operation. On the other hand, the shareholders and the financer require the company to be what? To be profitable, to ensure that their investment or their fund can be returned confidently. Without assuring its profitability, the owner, the shareholders are not interested to invest their money, and the financiers are not willing to fund the company. In general, it's a must for the organization to satisfy the requirements of the interested parties repeatedly or consistently. Without satisfying the needs of stakeholders or interested parties, the organization's success and sustainability will be in question. This is the main reason why we have to implement QMS in our organization. Implementing QMS effectively in an organization has many more benefits. Employing standard process and automating workflows improved efficiency of the organization. Wastes and reworks can be reduced because of the standardization and because of the automation of the processes. When the cost is reduced, it is obvious that the organization increases its profitability. On the other hand, by using documented process or standardized workflows, we can ensure the consistency of our product quality, and we can enhance the customer satisfaction, and at the end we can increase the customer loyalty. Having loyal and satisfied customer is far more important for the organization. In general, the overall performance of the organization increases as a result of the effective implementation of quality management system in the organization. Once we discussed the importance of quality management system, the next question is, what is a framework? Or we can say the next question is, what is the standard or what's the requirement to implement quality management system? So the answer is ISO 9001-2015. ISO 9001-2015 is developed by the International Organization for Standardization. This organization is a non-governmental organization which was established in 1947 and based in Geneva, Switzerland. The organization developed more than 20,000 standards for all dimensions of sustainable development. More than 1 million certificates issued to organizations in 189 countries of the world. This makes ISO 9001-2015 is the world's most popular and most commonly used standard. ISO 9001-2015 provides a framework for the organization to establish and maintain an effective quality management system that meets customer and regulatory requirements while continuously improving their process and systems. In short, ISO 9001-2015 is a requirement, or it is a standard to meet the requirements of what? The requirements of interested parties. In other words, organization has this standard, which is the ISO 9001-2015, to ensure the effective implementation of quality management system, which meets the requirements of stakeholders consistently. So organizations can implement quality management system using ISO 9001-2015 standards. This standard is just an international consensus on good management practices. Here, one of the good things is ISO 9001-2015 is applicable to all types of organization, regardless of their size and industry nature, whether it is service or manufacturing or agriculture. It's possible to apply ISO 9001-2015. It can be applied for all types of organizations. Currently, the recent standard which can be used as a framework for quality management system is ISO 9001-2015. However, the publication of ISO 9000 series started in 1987. As you can see in the figure, gradually in 1994, there was a revision which emphasized on bringing quality assurance through preventive actions. Major revision was conducted in 2000, mainly which includes continuous improvement or a process approach. During this time, the standard was organized into 8 clauses and 6 required or mandatory procedures. Then after, in 2008, there was only minor revision, just like word clarification. Besides, the consistency and compatibility with other management standards were enhanced. Finally, the latest publication was released in 2015, which was called ISO 9001-2015. In this edition, major revision was conducted. For example, risk-based thinking was introduced in majority of the clauses. Unlike that of the previous edition, that is ISO 9001-2008, the recent edition, that is ISO 9001-2015, was organized with 10 clauses, and there is no required or mandatory procedures. In general, ISO 9001-2015 demands the inclusion of all persons or all employees and leaders that fall within the scope of quality management system. It needs the active engagement of leaders and employees within the organization so that the standards can be implemented effectively. ISO 9001-2015 is not a product or a service standard requirement. Instead, it is a process standard requirement, which meets the requirements of interested parties repeatedly or consistently using those standardized process and procedures. This means ISO 9001-2015 employs the process approach. One of the most important features of the ISO 9001-2015 is it employs a process approach incorporating Plan, Do, Check, Act or PDCA cycle. As you see in the figure, the Plan, Do, Check, Act is an important model used to bring a continuous improvement. We will discuss PDCA cycle in a separate lesson. Now let us see the advantages of ISO 9001-2015 certificates. As we have already discussed in the previous slides, ISO 9001-2015 already issued more than 1 million certificates to the organizations found in 189 countries of the world. An important question here is that why this much amount of organizations want to be certified with this standard. So this ensures that getting ISO certificate has a lot of benefits. To mention some of the benefits of getting ISO certificate, the first one is since it is an independent check of conformity by a third party, it can enhance the stakeholders' trust. And the second is getting the certificate for this standard is just an indication of what? Effective quality management system implementation. And the third is it brings the national and international recognition and it improves the company image as well. The fourth is it provides a competitive advantage for the organization than its counterparts. Recently, most of the time, the certificate is required by different stakeholders like client, financer, partners, etc. So they require the ISO certificate to ensure the success of the organization. And lastly, I do have one question for you to try. Here is a question. What's the difference between quality management system and ISO 9001-2015? Please write the answer in the comment box below so that I will see it later. This is all for today. If you found this lesson valuable, hit the like button, give your comment and share it with your friends. Once again, don't forget to subscribe my channel for more insightful lessons on how to implement quality management system effectively. Thank you and see you in the next lesson, that is PDCA cycle.